And every time I hear that theme music, I feel like I got to do some jumping jacks and some push-ups, man. I'm excited. Peace and blessings. Right? Gotta hurry up. But peace and blessings, man. Welcome to New York Revival, man, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And of course, man, you know who this is. This is your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes, man. And I'm here with my brothers. You guys know who this is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Speed, if you nasty now.
Let's go.
And over here with my brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka El Shefe, aka Damn It Daniel. He's all here for y'all. And thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us, guys. And of course, you know what this is, man. Please like, share, subscribe, let people know the revival is real. New York Revival is real. And guys, I just want to say one thing before I go around the room, and I want the chat, please put in your toast mugs, whatever the case is, because this is a special occasion.
Boom.
Today marks the 1 year. Is it today, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Today. It is today.
Wow, today is the 1 year anniversary where we launched New York Revival. Round of applause! Round of applause! Round of applause! Round of applause!
Hero said it. I didn't fact check him, but I'm trusting him on it.
I'm trusting him on this.
January 10th. Fucking
that
January
is amazing. 10th. I think the Giants was out, right? The Giants were out. We were talking about Joe Judge. I think they fired him. It was crazy.
We purposely waited till that dumpster fire went out.
Yes. Yes. Hey, cheers. Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
guys. Cheers, man.
I'm drinking some of that Johnny Walker Blue for a special occasion. I only whip it out for certain situations. And 1 year to fucking Revival, boys. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Love you guys, man.
Let's go, chat. Man. Let's go, chat. Who's in the chat? Giant Sing.
Listen,
Jay
shout
Sing.
out.
Jay Sing. Eli, why don't you tell Jay Sing who he is?
Well, listen, Jay Sing, man, I just want to say one thing, man. Guys, this is what we're going to do from now on in. But Jay Sing, congratulations, man. You are the New York Revival Fan of the Month. Round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. So, guys, if you don't know who Jay Sing is, man, go follow him, man. He got a Twitter. He got an IG. He got everything. You know why? Because he's the first one to tweet out some New York Revival stuff. So, guys, every month we're going to break down the Fan of the Month. And Jay Sing is our very first. Congratulations to the board. We're going to put the tweet out. Make sure everybody follows you as well. And we thank you for the support, man. Thank you so much. So I appreciate that. Let's go, man. This is great.
Drop your Twitter handle so that we can share it to get some follows here.
Because please, man, please, let's go.
Thanks to everybody in the chat. JS
looking out for you guys.
JS was first here. First in line, baby. JS in the house. Sergeant, our main, one of our day ones.
One of the day ones.
The Big Blue Beards, go check them out. TK always showing support. That's Carlos, by the way. That's Carlos in the house.
Guys, if you don't know who the hell.
You know.
Let's go,
guys. Listen, let me tell you, man.
2-2. Rangers tied up 2-2.
So, Speed, before I go around the room, Speed, I just want you to get this off because we spoke this morning, and Speed was not happy about this news. Speed, get it off your chest. This is what the show is for. Get it off your chest. And it's all Mets related.
Get this off. He said, get this off. So
yeah, get this.
With no pause. No pause.
I'm sorry,
I'm going to get it off.
Something about somebody's chest. Just do what you need to do. They already know what kind of show this is.
I'm airing my anger here. Let's go, you guys, because this is the people I could speak to.
The only people that will listen. Yep.
Fuck Carlos Correa and fuck Scott Boras. I'm done with you guys. They spurned the New York Mets. We've been dancing with them for 2 weeks. We signed them after San Francisco dropped them. We learned that his medicals are not good. Something is up with his leg. 2 teams have now said that. Now the Mets. Sorry, they went back to the table.
How many teams went after him?
Yeah, right. Rangers. Just no. I was looking at the Ranger game and I was thinking,
what an athlete. Yeah.
The Giants said, "Fuck you, Correa. Go ahead, leave." And then we picked them up. We didn't like the medicals. Stevie Cohen didn't like the medicals, and we dropped our offer back a little bit because we said you're gonna get a physical every year. We're gonna pay you less because this clearly something's up with his leg. 2 teams have said it now. And his agent Scott Boras, the dickiest of all dickheads. His agent is the worst. He fought us. We lost the battle. We played chicken. We lost the battle. He's off back to Minnesota. It was a missing piece for the Mets to be the favorite, Carlos Correa. Now we're back. We're back on. We're back on everybody's level.
But if he's
here.
hobbling half the time, he ain't.
Listen.
Exactly.
You're right. It's one of those things that I would have been pissed if he was injured, but I'm pissed now because he spurned us. He spurned us. He gave us all the blue balls. You know, we were thinking that we're going to World Series of him.
He got it off his chest, right?
Us.
It's on his chest.
He got it on his chest and not off his chest. But man,
so guys,
Drew Correa. And the Mets are still going to be good. I'm not worried. We bet Beatty, a young third baseman.
Great comment.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's fuck Minnesota week is what it is.
Fuck Minnesota week. Hell yeah.
Minnesota week. It's New York. Hate on Minnesota week. Fuck them all. It's 2-2. Let's go. Hey, listen, we got the Rangers going again. I just want to get that Mets stuff off my chest because I'm pissed about Correa today. But we will be back.
This is New York Revival.
Do you feel better? Do you feel better now?
I feel good about it. I feel good now. And we're gonna sign Manny Machado next year. Arguably a better signing anyway. So Uncle Steve is gonna be back. He's gonna be back with a vengeance.
You're fine.
So we're gonna be all right. Fine. We're gonna be all right.
Listen, as much as he talks about the Mets, I'm like, yeah. But you know what though? Forget Carlos, man. I mean, forget Correa. You know what I mean? He's trash.
You know you're too
his
good.
leg is shot.
Good for him.
All right,
okay?
We're too good for you anyway.
Get out of here.
Have fun in Minnesota. Have fun in Minnesota, you losers.
Son of a bitch. So, guys, let me say this, man. And, guys, I want you guys to put in the chat. And also, man, tweet this out. This is the new battle cry. And you heard it here first on New York Revival. Everybody's like, hey, man, why not us? Yeah, we get that. But guess what, man? We belong. The New York Giants belong in the playoffs, guys. We belong. So, guys, I want you to start hashtagging that. Everything right now, man. That is our battle cry right here. We belong, guys. What a week, man. We got the Vikings coming in this Sunday, man. I think we actually go out there, forgive me, to the Vikings, guys. But guess what, man? We belong, and I think this is an even matchup. And we're going to break this down for you guys. Why the hell not? Because this is New York Revival, man. Why not? Should we go around the room and talk about the Philly game? Should we really go through all this, man? I feel excited. Is there anything to talk about on the Philly game?
We could spend 2 minutes on it.
Yeah, let's just give our 2 cents on it.
Let's say this because, guys, I'm already hyped. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to bring on the Vikings.
We're on to Minnesota.
Bring on the Vikings. I could care less about anything. Just bring on the Vikings. You know what I mean? You're damn right. All right? But, guys, let's talk about this, man. Eagles lost, man, by 6 points, I believe. And that's with all our, starters out and et cetera. And I just want to go around the room. Do you guys feel confident if we meet the Philadelphia Eagles yet again? You think we'll have their number this time? And I'm going to start with El Jefe, man. What you got?
I think there are some seeds of doubt going on in Philadelphia right now. It's been, how long since they were rolling like they were in the middle of the season? You're talking about 6 to 8 weeks by the time they play again since they had their mojo. So they've got their own doubt going on, and we won't see them till a week after. Oh, we could see them in 2 weeks, technically, right?
Could see them in 2 weeks.
It lines up that way.
Absolutely.
So that's again. Listen, that's why we say we belong, right? Because the NFL is about to find out why the Giants made the playoffs when they kicked Minnesota's ass, and we're going to beat the Vikings, and we're going to get to the second round of the playoffs, and we're going to prove that we belong, and we're going to give Philly our best shot because Philly ain't Philly like we knew from the middle of the season.
No,
right? Hurts is not right. That offense was not clicking. We had our seconds and thirds out there, and they won by 6 points. So that was a win for the Giants, right? Dave's had them competing with nothing, with no reason. Like everyone knew what was happening. The important people were resting. If you're out there, just don't get hurt because we might need you. You know what I mean? Like
17 points by kickoff. So everybody thought it was gonna be a blowout, Vegas included.
Yeah, man. So that's a moral victory for the Giants. The Eagles are not the Eagles of old, and I just don't believe that you can just flip a switch and get back to playing dominating football. I think they lost their confidence, to be honest with you. And if they can't run him like they've been doing all season, they're not the same offense. They're using his legs a ton.
Yep.
So Giants can play with the Eagles. Giants have never been so healthy as they are right now. They're playing their best football right now. That's what you want going into the playoffs. That's what the Giants have going for them. It's not what the Eagles have going for them.
Let's go.
I agree. Speed, what you got?
Yeah, listen, fucking Kenny Golladay scored a damn touchdown. So, Chad, they're all over it. When Kenny Golladay scores a touchdown, it's the scrubs are in right now. The scrubs were in. He made a good contested catch, man. Like I got give him props. David Webb was battling, even though that offensive line in front of him was not holding up so well. But how could you expect him to hold up well? Our starters are going to have a tough time against that Philly front four. So, they battled. They battled the whole way. They took one of the best rosters in the NFC to the brink. Wink had a great game plan. Cordell Flott, shout out Cordell Flott. Shout out Gerard Davis. Shout out all these guys. Damon Fox. All these guys stepped up and had some pretty big games, man. It's good for the depth of this team that they have now confidence that they can play with the starters. Like God forbid somebody goes down, knock on wood, you hope we stay 100% healthy the whole way. But now these starters, they feel good. Brightwell, shout out Gary Brightwell. Looked fantastic out there, bro. Like, so there's some good things that happened in that game. And overall, Cordell Flott, like I said, it's good to have a cornerback play well. I feel like the depth on this team has gained confidence. Overall, the whole team has.
Did you see that video from the bar when Golladay scored his touchdown?
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, wait, let's get into this before we drop that. Right? Before, you know what? Let's go right into it because again, I didn't see that. Can we share that because I want to see how excited
our guy Hub caught this video. This is wild.
Shout out to
that bar,
guys, let's get into it.
We love us our Kenny Golladay.
Exactly. Let's get right into it. Kenny Golladay scored his first TD as a New York Giant, and I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench because I do it every week. Why not? And I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass half full here. Yeah. Will this open up the floodgates for Kenny Golladay in the playoffs? When you think he'll be unleashed finally? What's your thoughts?
No. In a word, no. I listen. He threw up a 50-50 ball, and it took all of Kenny Galladay's might to keep that thing from falling on the ground. He had to use his knee, his body, like everything, and
his bad hip.
Exactly, literally everything, and it didn't look natural at all. If he went up and got it with his hands and grabbed it down, I'd be like, "Damn, that's boss." But like, he just it fell into him. He looks injured. He looks washed. You know what? If he did nothing else, when Kenny Golladay gets back on the field, maybe the defensive coordinator thinks about him for a second, just because he's like, "Oh, he got that TD. Maybe he's a decoy here."
Yeah, he thinks about him like, "What a bad contract." that's what he's thinking,
dude. But no, I don't expect. And who are you sitting for Kenny Golladay at this point? Hodgins or Slayton? Or James, did anybody those three guys deserve to get benched for Kenny Golladay? No,
neither.
Maybe he squeaks in on a red zone touchdown, a throw him up ball. Like maybe he gets that. I'm not expecting much after that, man. I'm not expecting much. No. What about you, Jeff? What do you think?
Yeah, they don't trust him. He's not in the rotation. That's like if guys start dropping him like flies. You don't want to see him getting a lot of reps because they haven't trusted him in a long time. You know what he's doing? He's on the sideline warming up the quarterbacks. Like that's the most action that he gets. He's not being trusted as part of the starting offense unless we are desperate and absolutely need him to go out there. But it's crazy that it was literally the last offensive snap of his second season.
2 years.
2 full years for him to resemble the guy we thought we were getting, which was like a tough, contested catch kind of guy. And that was a nice catch. It was a nice touchdown. I don't want to take that away from him. If it was anyone else, we'd be like, that was nice, but it
was more luck than skill.
Davis went put it in his little gut. He threw it into his gut, and they just had no chance.
He had to catch it. He had no choice but to catch that.
He's protecting his giant sack. He's protecting his giant sack.
Enormous sack. But no, Golladay is not a thing. Let's stop it. We don't want to see him because if we see him, that means our guys went down that DJ has been slinging it too. So, yeah.
I totally agree. And listen, man, every dog finds a steak dinner in the trash someday, right? Is that the saying? So
I don't think that's it, but I get that.
It's a new one to me.
Something like that. Is that it? Every dog finds a steak dinner in the trash one time or something like that. But God, whatever that analogy is, that was just Kenny Golladay moment.
I guess it must be a Staten Island thing.
Who's throwing away steak dinners, by the way?
Exactly. Not me.
You got a good in Staten Island.
Exactly.
Oh, shit,
right? Well, God, let me tell you, that was Kenny Galladay's only coming out party. Again, and if I see him actually do something in the playoffs, I will mortgage my entire house off to something. You know what I mean? Like, I'll donate
this is on
something.
record, buddy.
I don't know, dude. I just don't see him going off like a
better hope your wife's
2
not
touchdown.
listening to that part.
No, she's gonna kill me. You know what I mean? But come on, like we're not gonna see this again, man. Even though I did say I'll bet the farm that he won't score a touchdown, and he did. But geez Louise, here we are. You know what I mean?
Where's your farm?
It's New York,
Where's
so
the farm, baby?
right? You know what I mean? So guys, I don't think so, man. All the bigger and better things. But I got a question for you guys, man. And I'm gonna start with El Jefe actually on this one. This is crazy.
Mr. Jefe.
Are you guys
Mr.
cool with Mr. El Jefe here? Are you guys cool with Hodgins at wide receiver 2 next year? Anything else? They signed him to a wide receiver 2. Are you cool with that, El Jefe? Right now, you're Joe Shane. Joe Shane signs him. Hey, you know what? Stay on the team. You're wide receiver 2. Are you okay with that, of him being wide out 2? And chat, get in there. Is he a wide out 2, or are you more a 3 or 4 type of guy?
I think he's certainly earned a spot. I mean, he's proven to have good chemistry with Jones. Jones trusts him, and he's showing out. I mean, he's doing it. So it's not like you got to wonder if he can produce in this offense. The coaches obviously like him. Like, you got to, for Dable to pick him up off the streets and then give him a starting role and then have him produce like this. He knew something before we did, obviously. So I think he's going to be a giant next year. So if he's not in the top 3 receivers, then that's a really good problem. That means we're stacked somehow. So that guy deserves playing time. He's not. I could see him being a 2. Yeah, like I'd rather him over Slayton because he moves the chains consistently. Slayton seems to be like the deep shot or nothing kind of guy. So give me Hodgins, who's going to move the chains constantly.
I like that.
So
I
like it.
I think he's one big game away from cementing it for me. Like he's growing the whole season. We called this a couple weeks ago, didn't we? We said Hodgins, wide receiver 1 on this team.
You did. You did
that. Hodgins, wide receiver 1. He's become this team's wide receiver. He's that big body. He's the Buffalo's Gabe Davis, and arguably he might be better than Gabe Davis. He runs good routes. He's got good hands. You find yourself a legit wide receiver 1. It also takes the pressure off him, and it puts the second cornerback on him at that point. Right now, he's facing top cornerbacks. So you take the pressure off of him with another wide receiver on the side that does a little something different than him. He's got height. He runs routes. He's got sure hands. Where's the downside of this guy? He's young. He's got chemistry with DJ, like Jeff said. I see all pluses here, man. All pluses. This guy showed nothing but good stuff, and I want him as our wide receiver 2 next year. It's one box that you could check.
Do you think the wide receiver 1 slot is more likely coming from free agency or the draft?
I'd like it to be free agency or trade. The problem is there's not much out there, but like DJ Chark is a name. Like DJ Chark, he was former Jaguar, now Lion. He's there's too many good players in the Lions. He's not going to get re-signed there. That's a name who, a guy that K60 on Twitter, follow him if you're not following him already. He's laid out the whole offseason plan. He's a great big wide receiver and a solid player. You get him for 1 year. You draft a guy, Hodgins wide receiver 2, bring Shep back, and your wide receiver room with Wandale coming back is pretty. You can find some depth there at that point. And Chark won't cost you a lot either. So that's my big brain wide receiver room.
It's funny y'all guys say that, yes, give me him at wide receiver 2, but you guys just mentioned a name that just kind of floated right by. All right. Wandale Robinson will be a number 2 in my opinion. Yes, do I want Isaiah Hodgins back? Yes. But I just think he'll be a 3 type of guy, or you sprinkle him in a couple packages on the 2 for sure. But I think Wandale can actually earn that spot back. Now, again, the ACL, we don't know.
Yeah,
it usually takes about a couple years. So, yes, I can see by default that Hodgins will be in that wide receiver 2 range. But I think once Wandale catches on a little bit more, especially with this offense, because, again, they were using him the same exact way as you see Hodgins, right? So that's a name I will look at as well to see what they will do when he gets back. But for now, let's just say Hodgins, yes, he earned that wide receiver 2. It's just now, can we check the box at wide out 1? And I would definitely love to see what they'll do with Shep as well.
Yeah,
Shep is another name that is, is a free agent. Can he come back? Can he do his thing?
It'll be cheap.
It'll
be very cheap.
It's a prove it deal. So of course you need that back, and you need that leadership back as well. That's something that people are flying under the radar is very important, man. It's that leadership, and Shep is going to bring that. So we could bring him back on a cheaper prove it deal. That wide receiver room went from bust to this thing could be a little bit more booming and promising.
Yeah, it could have some.
You know what I mean? Now it's funny you guys said speed for a wide out one. You want via trade. Well, guess what? DeAndre Hopkins wants out.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna start with you, Speed, and then I'm gonna go with El Jefe here. What do you think, man? He's a 30-year-old Asian wide receiver.
Asian?
He's an Asian wide receiver.
I thought you didn't catch that. I thought I picked it up good.
He is the first Asian wide receiver.
Shout out to D-Hop.
Shout out to D-Hop, right?
Yeah.
But guys,
okay.
Are you trading for him? Are you the Giants? Are you kicking the tires for him? What would you do, man, as far as that? Speed?
No, I don't want any part of him, man. And I love D. Hopkins. I love him as a player. I love him as a person. Great guy. But he's 31. He's not on the upside anymore. He's past his prime. This team should be loading up on 27 and under. 27 and under. It's got to be young guys either scratching into their prime or like right in the middle of it. I think we outlined a plan of what the wide receiver room could be next year. And then in 2024, you get your guy. You're like your number one without a doubt. Piece it together next year, get yourself in a good position, and then add it. We're not going to. I don't think we're going to be a Super Bowl contender next year. D. Hopkins is like a Super Bowl contending guy that you get to put you over the top. I don't think we need a guy that's going to put us over the top just yet. 2024, that's going to be that year. D. Hop, I'm out.
Hef.
I don't see it realistically happening. I just don't see him. I feel like Dable runs a tight ship, and he's looking for certain kinds of guys. And I don't know if an expensive, aging, injured Asian wide receiver is. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather draft two. And get your alpha very early in the draft and go for it and like develop. Because our coaches are so good that like I'd rather go young with upside than expensive looking back at his best years. So I just don't see it happen realistically.
And he's going to cost a ton. So you're going to be ready to lose a couple people. Like you're probably getting rid of Barkley 100% in that case. Like someone big is going to have to leave. Our Dex, somebody big is going to have to leave, and I'm not ready to part with those guys for.
And it's going to cost you a big pick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right. Not to mention the trade to get him.
So I don't see the Giants doing it. They need their picks.
I don't see it either, but I don't think there's anything wrong with kind of kicking the tires to see what they have to offer, right? But if it's a 1, 2, or 3, I'm like, I don't know, because I really think they need those particular picks. And if you say, hey, 4 or 5. Sure thing. Let's figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can restructure them to take a little bit of a less salary towards the cap, because we still got to sign Daniel, which is a multi-year deal in the works, supposedly that's rumored. And we still got to sign Saquon Barkley to keep him in here. Don't forget Sexy Dexy. And don't forget Lenny Williams still has a chunk of that cap coming out too. So guys, where's this money coming from as well? I don't know. But if they can figure something out as far as restructure, then you kick the tires and see. But will I think it'll happen? And I'm along with you guys. Don't see it. Definitely not. But nothing wrong with kicking some tires, right?
Hey, why not? Why not?
You know what I mean?
I think he's got 2 years, $34 million left on his deal. So I mean, I just don't. That's another reason I just don't see them.
Third or fourth round, maybe you start thinking about it, but like that's even too rich, man, for that money.
We're building. We're not like that piece away.
And I want to clarify for the chat, because I'm getting shit for it. I'm not saying the Giants are not going to make the playoffs next year. I'm saying that you if you're like the Chiefs, if you're a perennial contender, they need
and you need
Hopkins,
like one piece.
and then that's a lockup for a Super Bowl kind of thing.
Even though the Chiefs offense somehow dominated the NFL without Tyreek Hill.
You're right.
This year.
Yeah, because
that is so obnoxious.
Because listen, even for the chat, right? Even if they say, well, hey, we're a playoff team, but guys, we did it without an elite wide receiver, right? So why bring him in order to, cut your nose and spite your face a little bit? Like if we could show that we could do it with the guys that we consider walk off the street type of guys, what's D Hop gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and much respect to him, he's an elite wide receiver, but he's aging.
So
I would definitely get somebody in there that's up and coming, and he's Asian as well, right? So we got to, right? So no, he's aging, right? So again, we got to get somebody in here. You're right. So we got to get him in there because I saw Hefe smirking, and I know he was thinking about it. So I had to say Asian one more time.
Every time I just hear Asian, whether you say aging or I don't know.
So he's definitely aging, but guys, you know, give me the young guys. Let's see what we can do and go from there. But again, kicking tires, nothing wrong with it. But guys, I want to throw this out there because, man, has this player been very inconsistent watching some of these games. Kind of a head scratcher, right? And I'm going to start with El Jefe, man. Evan Neal. Is he a guy that we should be worried about this early? And chat, get in there. Put worried, not worried, if you can, chat. But should we worry about Evan Neal, man? Boy, he's been struggling all year. What do you got, Efe?
I'm still saying not worried just because not that everyone can do what Andrew Thomas did, but Andrew Thomas was very worrisome as a rookie. They were calling him Eric Flowers 2.0. Like he was getting, you saw what what's his face said on ESPN saying the Giants picked the worst tackle by far.
Riddick. Yeah.
Riddick, right? So like they were getting slaughtered over his rookie year, and now look at him. So he's a rookie year. Like that's such a hard position to just adjust and all of a sudden be dominant as a rookie, especially as like an outside tackle. So not worried. I think he's a super high caliber dude, both mentally and physically. I think he's the right dude. He's going to be fine. I think he's got a bookend to Andrew Thomas on the other side to help him along. And I think not worried whatsoever. I think he's a competitor. I think he works hard. He's a smart dude. I think 100% going to be fine. Not worried.
Yeah. My worried meter probably went up. Like it went from not worried to about like, you know, halfway through not worried and middle. So like I'm no longer not worried, but I'm getting it's moving up in the wrong direction. What Evan Neal needs is the offseason. He needs to clear everything out mentally. He needs to get stronger. He needs to get working on his mistakes. He's mentally just not, he's just, you can see it's moving too fast for him right now. It's moving too fast. He's thinking too much and his mind's just not in it. So keep helping him, keep doing what you need to do to get him to the off season. I mean, if you think about it though, he struggles against the elite pass rushers, which, you know, so do a lot of people.
Most do.
Rightfully so.
You know, Reddit, you got to let him go through this shit, man. You got to let him go through these reps. People are like, replace him. No, why? This is our future. Let him learn from this. Let him get better, and we'll cross that bridge next year. If he struggles against next year, first of all, Bobby Johnson's gone. The offensive line coach is gone because that's your pet project right there. Get him right this offseason. That's your number one goal. And then he's gone, and you move him to guard maybe next year. But I'm not worried. Let's just say that. I'm not
you know what? Real quick, I'll just add, I think it's actually a good thing for him to get his ass kicked this year because think about his life. He's been the biggest and strongest dude everywhere he's ever played. He's been dominating his entire life. I bet this is humbling for him. Right? Where think about his offseason mentality and how he's going to come into camp next year ready to become that dude again. So I think he's going to come back much stronger next year.
I'm worried about this weekend, though, because Danielle Hunter is a pass rusher that he fits the mold exactly what Evan Neal struggles with, and he worked them last matchup. We'll see how Evan Neal does this next matchup, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. Am I worried about Evan Neal? No. And the reason why is because, like you said, Andrew Thomas, right? Not everyone can have the Andrew Thomas story. But like you said, Speed, he needs the offseason. Don't forget, these college players, they come out and they play in the NFL like that. They don't really take a break. They literally taking what they learned in college, right? Especially they taking what they learned in college and surviving by that. Like, you can tell an NFL coach can tell them, hey, place your hand here, place your hand there. But when it's in live action, you go to the old stuff that you was taught. But with that offseason to build that routine, that's exactly what Evan Neal needs. Now, is he completely like a turnstile where we had Nate Solder back there? Guys, don't forget we had Nate Solder at right tackle.
Christ. And Eric Flowers.
Not even close. Exactly. Not even close, guys, to what Nate Solder was doing to us the last game. Let's be honest, right? Is it bad? Sure. But it's not Nate Solder bad. So you let him go out there, you take his lumps. He is a rookie. But the fact that he's not getting killed that much like a Nate Solder, that was like a I don't know how many year veteran he was at that point. Maybe 10 years, 8 years at that point, right? Getting killed. Guys, his ceiling is extra high already. You know what I mean? OG Bobby Johnson is going to get him right. I'm telling you right now, Bobby Johnson's going to get him right.
Line, bro.
All right? Only thing Evan Neal has to do is get stronger so he can have a better anchor. And, of course, if Pest is probably in the chat somewhere, if he is watching, I don't know. But Pest will tell you, he has to work on his anchor, got to work on his hand placements a little bit more. And I think he'll be fine, man. He just got to work on his technique and get a whole lot stronger. And that offseason definitely will be great for him, man. But I couldn't agree more. I think he just needs the offseason, definitely for sure.
Nate Solder was mentioned, you got a drink. All right.
When I hear Nate Solder's name, all I see is that meme of him laying down while someone is about to knock DJ's head off, and there's like somebody put a picnic around him or something. Yeah. Like he's just like laying on his side. He just that. He's a 6'7" dude, a Super Bowl,
and he was getting ragdolled.
He was getting tossed, just tossed around. Yeah,
dude, that was another one that held us at with no gun. Actually, he robbed us with no gun. That was another guy when Kenny Golladay goes.
We seem to have a lot of those guys recently, huh? Gettleman really.
Thank you, Dave Gettleman. Thank you, Dave. Thanks, Dave. But guys, let me talk about. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.
So, guys, listen. Here's another thing in the Giant news, guys, that we have to go through, man. Of course, with success comes poaching, right? So we got a lot of head coaching vacancies that could be open by the season being over, right? And the names that are thrown around is Mike Kafka and Wink Martindale. And before I go around the room, I just want to get your opinion, man. And I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass half full here. Are you worried about losing any of these coaches? And I'm gonna have to actually part 2 to that. And I want the chat to be interactive as well. But are you worried about losing any of these coaches here, Mr. Glass half full?
Yeah. I am worried, man. I am worried, and part of this comes with success. This is just the way it's like when you go from a team that's supposed to be in the top 10 in the draft to making the playoffs. That means your coaches are doing the right thing, and people around the league notice that. They're taking Kafka is taking an offense that's lacking weapons everywhere, and he's turned it into a middle of the road offense. You get kudos for that, and he seems to be turning it on right now at the best time when everybody's eyes are watching. So Kafka, a young offensive coordinator, of course, that makes me very sad to see that he's already getting. I'm happy for him. I'm sad that he might leave us too early. I want him to be back for one more year, man. Just one more year. Give us one more year. Do your first round and know what the head coaching thing looks like, and then come back home and chill with us, please. And then Wink, man, he turned around the culture on that defensive side. That's the best unit on this team right now. He's got a bunch of scrubs out there, and he makes them formidable every week. He has an attitude and a scheme that can't be replicated by just about anybody else. So you're changing the defense scheme at that point. Like, you can't just get somebody to do what Wink does. I would hate to lose him too, but Wink is a old defensive coordinator, and that is not what a lot of teams are looking for nowadays for the head coaching candidates. So my hope is they look over him. Wink stays home where he's best at. Stay in New York. Build something here. Please, Wink. Please, Kafka. One more year. Give us one more year at least.
Hef, what you got?
I'll go stage 5 Klinger if I have to. I don't want to lose either of these guys, man. We got good mojo going. We just got out of the dumpster. Don't send us on a job search already.
Please no.
Dude, Wink has changed. He has been so good for this team. Just like that solid voice. He's a great quote at the microphone too. The guy's just, I love everything about him. Like the aggressive.
I wait for his press conferences every week.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. His white long sleeve with the cutoff. Who does that? That's just a great look. And Kafka, I think, is grossly unprepared for a head coaching job. Like you had 1 year with an iffy offense. You are not qualified to be a head coach. So I hope nobody does that because you had Dable, who's such a strong offensive mind. How can you really say how much Kafka? Like they built that offense together.
Yeah,
it's not like Kafka is the brains just running the whole thing by himself. So I don't think Kafka is going to go anywhere because he has 1 year experience as a coordinator. That's not the guy you hand the keys to for.
And you want to go to the Texans? Like, who wants to go there?
No. Like Wink, I think is qualified. Been in the league a long time. Has several years as a coordinator. High performance everywhere he goes. He's more than qualified. But I really don't want to lose him. I think he has a better chance of, if he really wants a head coaching gig, he might just love where he's at right now. Right? You never know. Yep. He's older in life. He may just be like, I love this. Let's build something special here. I love working with Dable. and he's going to be a rich man either way. So why not just focus on what you're great at, which is being a D coordinator, and let the head coach be the head coach. So I'm praying we keep them both.
Please.
And now let's say this, guys. Listen, by the way, I'm agreeing with you guys all, but I just want to throw in another question, and I want the chat as well to answer. Which one can we afford to lose, guys? And I'm gonna ask the chat: is it Wink or is it Kafka? So, guys, easily put in the chat: Wink, Kafka. Which one can we afford to lose? And Hefe, I'm gonna go right back to you, man. Right now, if they was to get poached, somebody has a head coaching job. Which one can we afford to really lose? Who would you pick?
If I gotta kill one of them off, it's Kafka. Just because he's a 1-year experienced guy. I trust Dable to find that dude who can fill that seat and work with him on the same offense. I think what Wink does is kind of his leadership, his style, I think is much harder to replace. So I would rather keep Wink and replace Kafka.
Speak.
It's funny because I think Kafka might be ultimately the more talented play caller of the two. He has the ability to be. He's smart. He's got great concepts. He might be a really good offensive coordinator, but that's why we have an offensive head coach. That's the perks of having an offensive head coach. Dable's been an offensive coordinator before. He could take the reins if he wants to, or he could hand it to somebody else that he wants, but he puts his influence on it. That's why you get an offensive coach, because you can lose offensive coordinators all the time, and you still got your brain behind the operation there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep Wink because, again, he changes a culture there on that side of the ball. That's a culture changer. You take Wink away, the tank commander, like the guys at the Giants insiders say, then you lose that passion, that blitz, and you don't give a shit about anything kind of attitude on defense, and that I don't want to lose. So.
No, Eli, I want to know what you think, but Steven summed it up. The chat is 100% keep Wink.
Yeah, keep Wink.
Replace Kafka.
I don't even know. Trust me, I agree with you guys all. I don't even want to give my opinion because I agree with you guys. Honestly, it's Wink. Let's keep it short and sweet. You want to keep Wink.
I love
for
Kafka.
a very long time. I love Kafka. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he's both behind the ears still.
But you put me in a weird position. I got to kill off one of these guys.
I have to choose both. I have to choose one.
So, guys, I just want to say one thing, man, and this is a little preview, man, from the Revival gang here, man, of course. And Hefe, we got to check your brain a little bit, but not so much, because I think you did something right here. But Wager Wednesdays will be from the Revival. Guys, something new, something great for you guys to interact with. But El Hefe just threw 2 Benjamins, $200 bills, man, on the Giants money line. Hefe, what the hell were you thinking? And you think the Giants are going to win? Because I definitely know the Giants are going to win here. But what are you thinking at this point?
What was I thinking? Well, over the weekend, I went 7 for 7 on a parlay, just picking money lines, just picking winners. They all hit, right? So that was a $20 bet that turned into like $1.80, something like that. So I had a little more than that in the account. So I'm like, fuck it, $200 on the Giants to win in Minnesota. I just feel like they are. I feel like Minnesota's banged up, and we already hung with them. And we're getting McKinney. We're getting Adoree back. The Giants are going to win this game. That's just how I feel. So I'm putting my fucking money where my mouth is. And a new segment we're doing, Wager Wednesday. We're going to talk about our bets for the playoffs, for sports, things that we like. Feel free to come along for the ride. You let us know. You give your receipts. We celebrate you when you're right, and we laugh when you're wrong, because that's what we do.
Exactly.
We laugh at our own shit when we're wrong too. So I came up to the plate. I want to see who's coming with me. So tomorrow for Wager Wednesday,
who's coming with me?
I will post. All I want to know is who's coming with me. I'm going to post my receipt, and I don't care if you bet $2 or $5 or $20. Place your bet on the Giants and come with me.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's my proposition.
I'm in there. I'll drop an early one too before Wednesday. Get in on Chargers -1. Chargers. Justin Herbert is going to beat Trevor Lawrence. The Chargers are rolling. They're a good team. Bosa's back. Williams back. Everybody's pretty healthy.
Guys, I want to bring back something, and I don't know. And this is not scripted, guys, but I want to bring back something, man. In the beginning of the show, if you guys were day one supporters, we were rating things according to limes, right?
Cheers.
And if you could get this ready here, Hefe, because of course I didn't tell you to get this ready at all, because we
give
just
us some
talk
time.
and we
Give us some
bruise.
time.
I keep
Just
it
keep talking.
the whole
Keep
time.
talking.
Yeah, he keeps it in the holster. But guys, the fact that he actually brought up a couple games, and I want the chat, man, to rate this as well. I don't know if there's emoji lines, but if there is, put it in there. That'd be freaking hilarious. You know what I mean?
It might be.
But let's just think about what is the best game you think, and we're gonna rate it to a 1 to 5 of limes. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. All right. But I'm gonna give you some games, and I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass Half Full because El Jefe is still loading it up as we speak.
I'm good.
He's good.
Perfect.
He's good.
So I'm gonna start with El Jefe. I'm gonna start with you then. Why not, man? Throw you right into the fire, baby. So Seattle versus San Francisco. How many limes would you give that game as far as level of excitement? Let's go.
That's a pretty good game. I'd give it 3 limes. I think San Fran is just gonna punch him in the mouth, though. I just think San Fran is good. Probably. They're real good. So I'm gonna go three limes, and also side action. I would take San Fran money line in this one as I put a parlay together in my head, and I'm like 4.5 limes confident in that.
Speed, what you got?
You know what? These NFC West? I'm going to call it the West. I don't care what it is. But whatever division that is, those matchups, I feel like they're always close. They always play each other tough. The last matchup, it was only 3 weeks ago, and San Francisco won only 21-13. It was a close matchup. So watch out for an upset. We need an upset because it gets one big name out of there. If you pass Minnesota, you get San Francisco off the deck. That's just one less team you have to worry about when you're trying to get to that Super Bowl. So let's start thinking ahead. Let's start.
You're right, though. That would be great news.
I'm just saying, just getting San Francisco out of there. That's the number 1 seed. What if
the Eagles get tripped up?
Yeah,
right. So 3 limes. 3 limes for me. I agree with Jeff, but I'm very intrigued by it. I'm very intrigued.
Listen, and I'm gonna say this too, and then we're gonna drop it, of course, at what we always do. But guys, 3 limes, man. I'm excited about this game, but I'm not too overly excited because I do think San Francisco is gonna win. But man, I would love an upset. Yes, I would love an upset.
A bad one.
It is, and you know what, man? Listen, unfortunately, I love what he's doing this year, but Geno Smith, man, is gonna hit that wall. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? So, yeah, unfortunately. So I really do think San Fran's gonna win, which makes it 3 limes. Hit me.
Little bit of lime for a good time.
That's
old school.
That's old school. The day ones know you just had to be there. Y'all know what it is. So I want to keep going, guys, because I think it's a good list to go through this. But Jacksonville and the Los Angeles Chargers, man. And I'm gonna start with Speed here. How many levels of limes? Then we're gonna go to, of course, El Jefe and myself. But what you got?
Yo, that's a spicy matchup, man. I'm going to give 4 limes. These are 2 of the up-and-coming quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Like Trevor Lawrence is showing why he was the number 1 pick. Herbert's Herbert. You know, he's doing Herbert things, man. And it's a Saturday night game. I feel like the motions are going to be going. Jaguars, I think it's at Jaguars. It's going to be nuts down there in Jacksonville. I can't wait to watch these 2 quarterbacks go at it. I think it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It might be a sloppy, shitty game, but it's going to be high scoring and fun. It'll be slicking it all over the place, man. So I'm 4 limes on this one. 4 limes in terms of excitement. Okay. Yeah.
Nice. All right, what you got?
I'm going 4.5 limes. Just relative to this slate, right? To the games we have available. I think this is, aside from the Giants, obviously, this is my game to watch of the weekend. Yeah. I think you got 2 young, sunshine-looking quarterbacks.
It's true. The hair is going to be flowing.
The rainbows and butterflies. I almost got myself in trouble on.
Warm weather
versus sunshine. Yeah. Florida versus California. I mean, this is just what a matchup between the flowing locks here. But I love this game. I think it's gonna be high scoring and fun. Trevor Lawrence has a chance to really show if he can go toe to toe, if he's ready for that jump. So it's gonna be I think it's gonna be an awesome game. Besides the Giants, that's the game to watch right there.
Agreed.
Here's what I'm going with. I'm going with 5 limes, guys. I think this game is going to be electric, man. 2 young quarterbacks, both hungry. Guys, I mean, they're evenly matched so well, I think, in my opinion. And I think Doug Peterson's going to coach up Jacksonville pretty well. We all know what the Los Angeles Chargers are going to bring, but I'm really excited to see what Trevor Lawrence can do. And so far, he's been showing that, okay, I'm worth this number 1 pick this year, right? So I just want to see that matchup, and I really do think that this is going to be a damn good game, man. I'm just excited to see it. That's the game I'm going to watch, of course, besides the Giants. But I'm going to give this one 5 limes, man. But hit me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my bad.
No, I was
a bit of lime for a good time.
Yo, know what I was working on? I was working on something else real quick because I saw a comment in here.
Yeah, so you're trying to find it.
You're gonna like this. Hang on.
By the way,
take your time.
Before you guys say that, Jaguars are adding Calvin Ridley to that team next year.
Yeah.
So Jaguars are gonna be a fucking problem.
That's a good point. A very good point.
TK always with the one-liners. Then you got.
Well, he's not wrong.
Good lord. Good lord.
I mean, is this not? Is this not Trevor Lawrence? Yo, is that real? Look at that. Is that real hair?
I'm not going to be able to unsee that now. I'm not going to be able to unsee it.
Oh my gosh! Can somebody do a side by side?
Yeah, exactly. We need a side.
Oh my gosh!
I can't.
We're doing that tomorrow. We're having a side by side. We'll tweet it out tomorrow.
That on my head now.
Wow.
Guys, listen. Let's do this, man. Let's do it really quick because I got one more thing. Of course, we got to do if the Giants win, and of course a bunch of other stuff too, right, guys? So, let's do Miami Buffalo. How do you guys feel about that? How many lines?
Man, you go first there, Jeff.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I know Miami beat them early in the year, right? But that's when they were really rolling, and Tua was throwing the ball all over the yard. So I think Buffalo's going to steamroll them this time. I don't think they've been that team lately. And is Tua even eligible to play? I don't know what his deal is. Either way, that's like it's Josh Allen. So I'm going to give it 3 limes out of respect for Josh Allen. It's still Josh Allen in the playoffs, but that game doesn't really wake me up in the morning.
Yeah, you know what? What's his name? Hamlin's gonna lead the fucking Bills out of that tunnel. I can just see it happening, and that Buffalo is going to explode. The roof is going to explode. Right. Tears, happiness, joy, fun. They might just. I think I bet the alternative line on this one. For all the people that don't know what that is, that means you could get different spreads. I picked the highest spread that you could pick. It was like 24.5. I think they're going to blow the doors off Miami, man. Like, if Tua plays, it'll be closer. There's just going to be so much emotion in that building. The second that Josh Allen throws his first touchdown, party's going to be on. Snowballs, dildos on the field, whatever. It's going to be Buffalo. It's going to be a blowout. But
it's funny you said that, Speed, and the fact that Damar Hamlin is back and he's going to lead that team out, bruh. That makes it a 5 off the bat, but
yeah, watching that, right?
That's gonna make it. I can't even rate that now. Now I'm done. Now I hate to put Hefe in that spot. I should have asked you first, but I can't even rate that. But geez, Louise, yeah, that's gonna be special. Guys, let's do this, man. And here's a nice little segment, man. We like to call "What is he thinking?" But first, we're gonna figure out what led up to. What is he thinking? And this is all brought to you by Mr. El Jefe. Guys, if you don't already know about Mr. El Jefe, please go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Every week he releases white jersey, blue jersey, acoustic douche, freaking everybody and their mom that he plays, even himself, which is insane. But guys, go follow him now. So this is a nice little segment called What is he thinking? But let's figure out what's lead up to it because I think we can kind of do what got you pissed here too, if I'm not mistaken. But Speed, chime on in once we get back.
This is 2 segments in one because this got everybody pissed, and I don't think we're doing that segment this week anyway. But Quay Walker on the Green Bay Packers. This would have been bad in any week, right? But this is coming off a week where the medical on-field staff were heroes, legit heroes, life-saving heroes. Yes. Quay Walker pushes one of these on-field medical guys and then throws a temper tantrum like he's a 3-year-old whose lollipop just got taken from him. Let's check this out. We can talk through this. Top right there, pushes him in the back.
And then 95 comes in. Whoever the hell that guy is, he needs to be thrown out too. Look at him
already throwing a tantrum.
Such a bitch.
And now, didn't want to go out. I wanted to play. I want to play this. I want to play, and the mommy said I could play. I can't play.
I swear to God, my Nico looked like that just a couple hours ago. My little 2-year-old, he looked exactly like that when I told him he couldn't have a chocolate drink. He looked exactly like that. Just why can't I?
Like that's a grown, like
up, bro.
Grown man acting like that,
that's
man.
a grown man.
Jesus
Can I get
Christ,
that? Hey, you think you can, Jeff? You think you can do that again, man? I don't know. That was live and that was on the fly. But can we get to that part?
I'm not double dipping. I'll clip it tomorrow for you.
So, guys, listen, man. This is pretty much it, man. Of course, guys, we got to do what if the Giants win? Guys, we got to do the challenge because this is a big game, man. And me and Speed cooked up something. And yes, while it's a big game, it's a playoff win. But, guys, it will get a little bit harder the more we climb this mountain. But if the Giants win challenge, Speed, what do you have? What you going to do, man?
Hey, man, I saw that when Giants, when Dable went with that goatee, it kind of changed the momentum of everything. Like, he went back to the beard, but he did a quick switch, went with the goatee, gave him some life. So what I'm going to do, if the Giants win, I'm coming in here, goatee for a Tuesday show, goatee for you guys. I'll wear it all week if you guys want, and I'm going to go goatee until that Eagles game or whoever we play the following week, baby. We are going to win. I'm wearing the goatee. I'm going to be Baby Dable. Baby Dable.
Let's go. Let's go. Babel. So, guys, and I'm going to go here, then I'm going to go with El Jefe, right? But if the Giants win, man, because Speed was just in the mood to just shave off his facial hair, I say, you know what? I will rock a show without my hat. Now, guys, if you don't understand what's underneath this hat, it's the George Jefferson going on. So guess what? I'll make sure the middle is nice and smooth for you guys, but I will keep the George Jeffy right on the side the entire show of New York Revival. If the Giants win, why the hell not? It's the Giants winning, baby. Let's go. Hey, man, what you got?
Challenges have been dropped here.
Let's go.
Have been dropped. I don't know if we can pass that.
I see.
Well, tell us about Chef A's first.
Oh, well, Chef A has to rock this shirt right here and do a lap around the house, a victory lap around the house, screaming, Daniel Jones is my franchise quarterback.
Hey, let's tell Bill. Bill's a new listener. Tell him what it is. What's ITGW?
GW. Such a catchy acronym. I know. It is.
Just rolls off your tongue.
If the Giants win. That's what that stands for. And we started doing it all year. I think we hit it week 1. We were like undefeated for a little bit. We missed like a week or two here. The Giants happened to lose those weeks, but we didn't expect the Giants to win as many games this year. So like, we're like, hey, if the Giants go into Tennessee week 1 and get a win, what will you guys do? So we just started doing that. And some people caught on. Some people did some fun. We had some Lawrence Tynes joined us. He was our guest.
He gave out 5 autographed pictures, guys. For the Giants
exactly. So it's just a fun challenge. But I need some comments below for myself. Chef A's, I don't count that. That could be it. But I'm gonna obviously announce it before the game. But if anybody has a good suggestion,
hey, Hefe, I got a suggestion for you, and it's you can tell me no on the air. It's fine. But if the Giants win, you got to shave 3 little lines in your eyebrow. Come on, it's the style.
I got kids to feed, man. I got a job.
That is true.
Imagine him going into his call looking like a damn gangster.
That'll be hilarious. That'll be hilarious. Yeah. So nothing with the hair for El Jefe. We almost forgot that he does have to give presentations where he's at.
While I would love to make videos and podcasts for a living, I'm not quite there yet.
Yes. So chat, get in there. What can El Jefe do? Get in the chat, man. Don't forget to tweet him as well.
Sing a Viking funeral song.
Ooh,
I like that.
I can get around. I can get up with that.
Oh, elaborate, Steven. What else you got?
Yeah,
I mean, like, what? I like that. I like where you're going.
Yeah, like, guys, you just come up with something.
By the way, if you're new to the show, there was also guys doing every week with us. If the Giants win, hashtagging us and atting us,
Yeah,
and we just retweeted on. Get in there,
shit,
have some fun. Tell us what you're gonna do if the Giants win. Exactly. We'll shout you out, man. Like I said, Lawrence Tynes did it. Shout out to Ransom, the rapper, as well. He's done it if the Giants win challenge.
Yeah.
Everyone, LPG, everyone did if the Giants win challenge. And LPG was huge. It was meeting Odell Beckham in Atlantic City. It was nuts.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So guys, we done it all, man. So guys, come on, do your thing, man. And with that being said, guys, unfortunately, go ahead. You got something? Go ahead. Talk to me,
guys, ladies, gents. We're sorry for the holdup.
The announcement.
Tell them about it. Tell them for the
guys, me. I'm sorry. Holy shit, almost forgot.
We're sorry for the delay. We told you guys we're getting merch, around Christmas. Logistics, man. Logistics. They're son of a bitch. We will have these. We will have the apparel, the merch out to you guys ASAP. We're praying within a week. We're praying by Saturday, God willing. If the logistics gods listen to us, we will have you guys some Revival merch by Saturday. If not, by next game, we're gonna have it to you guys. I am sorry
guys,
for the wait. We are sorry.
Let me say this, guys. If you don't know, if you pre-ordered New York Revival merch, we did this all ourselves as far as the footwork. We had no link. But guys, we're happy to announce that right now as we speak, the merchandise, most of them getting shipped out right now as we speak. So we're hoping by you guys will receive it before game day. Some might be a little bit after, but guys, we will definitely have your merch out to you within the next few days. And we thank you guys for supporting. The next wave of merchandise that is coming in is going to be a link. It's going to be an online store. It's going to be great for you guys. But guys that pre-ordered just to rock that New York Revival merch, you don't understand how humble and appreciative that we are. So guys, it is coming to you within these next few days. Look out for the package. We're super excited to get this out to you guys, man. And trust me, we worked very, very hard to get this out and create this merchandise for you guys. And thank you for your support, man. But look out for it soon within this week. What you got?
And this is what we're hoping, if that gear comes in before the playoff game, rock it for the game, take a picture, we'll share it on our page, and we'll get some good vibes going for this Giants victory, because it's happening.
We will have a site, an actual site for you guys is coming soon. We have it in the works.
We're within a week or two of having this online store. Very close.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So correct. And guys, just to let you know,
we got it for you guys.
Absolutely. And just to let you know, guys, the New York Revival merch, once you rock it, we also have our favorite past celebrity guests that got this apparel as well, guys. So they'll be rocking it as well for game day along with you guys. And look out for it, man. It's good to share that commonality with the kin folks that was here. Shout out to Nate Burleson. Shout out to Joy Taylor. Shout out to Tiki. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to everybody that was on the show that's getting this apparel. We appreciate you guys, and we hope to have them back on soon, especially when the season's over. But guys, I just want to thank you again for spending this wonderful Tuesday night with us, guys. Let's win. Let's get this freaking victory, man, this Sunday. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to subscribe right here. Because guess what? When we launch New York Revival now, this is our 4th New York City sports team appearance with 1 championship, guys, since we launched New York Revival. So
in 1
year,
New
York is definitely revived, man. So shout out and happy birthday to the New York Revival, guys. Please put happy birthday, hashtag it at us, and trust me, we'll retweet, we'll support, and we thank you guys, man. Wow, 500 and some odd subscribers later and counting, man. We thank you guys, man. And it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes, and on behalf of my brother, it's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Speed if you nasty
now.
Let's go.
I feel like I nailed it.
You nailed it better than me. I think you got to say it now. I think you got to say it now.
No way.
I won't.
And on behalf of my brother El Jefe, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. Damn it Daniel, a.k.a. Goose and Talk. Goose. What the hell is wrong with me?
His name is now Goose.
It's now Goose Guitar. And thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us. We are out. Peace and blessings.
We belong. We belong.
We belong. We belong. Let's go.
Let's go.